Hold up. You got 29 volcanoes erupting currently, right now, right? 29, right? Hold up. You got 29 volcanoes erupting, right? Along with 14 more ready to go off. What do you mean? And that's just to say, because that's according to them. According to them, you have 29 and 14. You do the math. 29, 14, you do the math. You got to break that shit down. You do the math. 29, 14, right? Meanwhile, in all actuality, there's way more than that going off. There's way more than that going off. There's way more than 29 motherfucking volcanoes going off and 14 on standby. It's more than that, Jack. What? 29 volcanoes? You fucking crazy? There's hundreds of volcanoes active right now. There's hundreds of volcanoes active right now. And that's not even including the ones under the water. There's volcanoes going off under the water. They're not speaking about that. If a motherfucker, browse the web, you'll bump into the so-called conscious motherfuckers, and they ain't talking about nothing other than conscious shit. All they want to do is debate one another. All they want to do is prove one another right or wrong. Know what I'm saying? That's all they want to do. They're not in regards to what's actually taking place right now. They're not invested in that. They're not involved in that. They're not associated with that. Them motherfuckers keep you back then. They go back then to places that aren't necessary during the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you calling on? You calling on a motherfucker that existed 4,000 years ago? Are you fucking serious? Like, do you even understand that situation? To consider yourself related to someone that is mentioned throughout history and associate yourself with that there and say, well, that's my ancestor. How the fuck do you know that's your ancestor? You don't know that's your fucking ancestor. You don't know if Osiris is your fucking great uncle. You don't know nothing. You don't know that. How the fuck you prove that? What you gonna say? You flipped the card and saw it? You had a dream and that's what it was? Are you fucking serious? Past always become allegorical, especially when you experience past. Especially when you experience past. It becomes allegorical. Your past, your very own past, becomes allegorical to you. So imagine a motherfucker you never knew that existed Ardeen ago, mad long ago, right? Yeah, fuck, you don't even know his grandkid. You don't even know the motherfucker. You don't even know Horus, Haru, Heru. Are you fucking serious? Now these motherfuckers want to be heroes. And turned out all they was nothing but a sandwich. They want to be heroes and turn out to be sandwiches? Are you fucking serious? They over there, they got sectors. They over here, they got the all digital bots. These motherfuckers went from the streets to the box. getting doxxed. You in the box getting doxxed. Huh? The fuck is that? Motherfuckers debating. That's all they doing, debating. What the fuck is that? Motherfuckers want to debate. Motherfuckers want to disprove someone to not be right. So they got to go left. And that's what they do. They go left to prove a motherfucker not right. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they caught up in. They're not dealing with what's actually taking place. Notice how the weather flipped. We got a planetary situation taking place. They not addressing that. They're not elaborating on that. They're not explaining that. They're not teaching that. You got this one cat up there. He jumped on Sinetta the other night. Unc the God Killer. What the fuck is that? Unc the God Killer. Get the fuck out of here. You're here to kill God. Are you fucking serious? But wanna deem yourself as God? Huh? How'd that work out? Our ancestors. What the fuck is you talking about? Our ancestors. Nigga, do you even know your fourth grandmother prior to your existence? You know what I'm saying? Did you ever meet her? So how the fuck you gonna jump past her and go all the way to motherfuckers that was in buildings somewhere that's triangular? The fuck out of here. The messages and the codes were there, stamped on the wall, just like they were in New York, when the trains back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The graffiti was all on the wall. The hieroglyphs was all on the wall, the buildings, the staircases, all over the place. Graffiti was on deck. Hieroglyphs was on deck. And the era prior to this one here that we're in right now, Unc the God Killer is a part of the cancel culture. He's a fake ass what you call it? Gestapo. He a fake ass black African Gestapo. Telling people what to do on social media. Are you fucking serious? A motherfucker gonna do what they choose to do because they have the ability to choose to do so. Period. They ain't gonna force, manipulate, and tell someone what to do on social. Are you fucking serious? A motherfucker gonna do what they gonna do regardless. I don't give a fuck what come out of a motherfucking mouth. Point blank simple. A motherfucker gonna do what they gonna do regardless. A motherfucker say a whole bunch of shit to you in any instant, at any moment. Yet, the very next day, you'll see that motherfuckers do some shit opposite than what the fuck they said the night prior. The prior night, the prior to that night there, they said something else. And next day, turn around and do something totally fucking opposite. Totally different. The fuck is going on? Motherfuckers scientific and all that crazy shit. What the fuck you talking about? Scientific. That shit sound good. Motherfuckers will debate one another if Abraham was over here or if he wasn't. Was he a part of this here lineage? That there applies to him when it comes to DNA code and all this other shit. Are you fucking serious? The most religious motherfuckers, in all actuality, is the motherfuckers that say they don't fuck with religion. They the most religious. Because what's their primary study? These fake ass debaters. What they do? they debate religion. How the fuck you gonna say you're not religious and that's what you study is religion in order to debate it? Are you fucking serious? You study it to debate it. How you know about it then? Because you study it. These motherfuckers study the scriptures harder than the motherfuckers that they say don't even know the scriptures. They study them more than them. Oh, they don't know the scriptures. But you bashing them. You flaming them because they don't know the scriptures. Yet you know the scriptures. Well, if that's the case, then you're the real fucking. That makes you a Christian, right? That'll make one that identifies with the fold of Islam. That's a fraction of religion. Judaism, Hebrew, Israelite, all that shit. So you go into Kemet, you go there in Egypt, you know. The Christians are diss the Egyptians, right? This is what the Christians will do. The Christians will diss the Egyptians and call it all types of satanic shit, right? Yet, Jesus was found in Egypt. Jesus was actually the child, the baby was brought, according to the scriptures, the child, the baby was brought into Egypt to hide him. Jesus was hid in Egypt. He was hid there. That's why he was fucking found. He was hid right there in Egypt. Yet Christians are diss Egypt. How you gonna diss Egypt when his father sent him to Egypt to be hidden? To be hidden? Catch that one later on. I might catch that one later on. To be hidden? Huh? Where was Jesus crucified at? These motherfuckers trying to disprove whether or not Jesus actually existed. Meanwhile, that's all that's on their mind is fucking Jesus. Because they're trying to, so much is put into disproving Jesus. Are you fucking serious? To disprove of that. Why would you want to even disprove of that? You have Jesus in regards to the disinformation and how it was constructed for years to give us the misconception. However, the principle is on deck. So a motherfucker never say it don't exist. Because it does exist. Because it is a principle. You know how? Because it's a part of their life. They gotta talk about it. Why are you talking about it? Fuck you need to talk about that shit for? Jesus. No. Even though with the Yahshua, because motherfuckers know Yahshua, Isa. Yeah, the weather done switched up. That even ties into Yahshua. 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 Yeshua. Yeshua. Ye. The conscious section is finished. That shit is fucking finito. That shit is done. Done. Data. There's nothing there. There's nothing available for motherfuckers to grasp in order for them to take off. There's nothing there. It's literally a conglomeration of fuck shit. Bottom line. You know what I mean? Literally. There's nothing there at all. There's no teachings. For what? Two, how could a motherfucker be at this point here and not know where to receive the teachings from? What they say, experience is the best teacher. So when a motherfucker makes experience applicable to their present situation, then that's when a motherfucker know what it be like, point blank. Cause where else are you going to get it from? Grown people have imaginary motherfucking situations going on. And it's fine. You know, the mind, as they say, quote unquote, is the fucking devil's playground. So motherfuckers get caught up in all types of shit in their mind, not realizing that the whole time they're fucking with the devil. In their mind. That's one of the ancient teachings, isn't it? One of the ancient teachings is what? Abide over matter. Mind over matter. If a motherfucker is dealing with mind and matter, that's a differentiation. That's a separation. That's a split. Mind over matter. Yet, that explains how you have the two, because you have mind over matter. The matter, in all actuality, is the degree or degrees that the mind or mental has to experience, has to go through. That's the matter in all actuality, not the matter in regards to what a person physically goes through. Look at the weather flip. We get ready to go to December, right? Because after Thanksgiving, it's gonna be lit city. It's gonna be lit than a motherfucker. Gonna be lit than a motherfucker. These conscious motherfuckers, they ain't gonna be around for too long, because they ain't talking about nothing. I'm saying they ain't talking about nothing. They're not speaking to what's actually going on, what's taking place. How a motherfucker gonna be conscious, right? And not elaborate in regards to consciousness. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. Because consciousness in all actuality is just oxygen to the brain. So all consciousness is, you know what I'm saying, has nothing to do with how much knowledge you got, your walks and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with consciousness, even though it does in a sense, but as far as consciousness, how they try to portray it. Like it's some knowledge shit. You know what I mean? Knowledge is no. Right? No is the first 4 letters of knowledge. So they don't be knowing the ledge, because the rest of the letters phonetically is ledge, knowledge. Right? Phonetically, right? Knowledge, no ledge. You know what I'm saying? Know the ledge. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't know the ledge. They on right now with that fake ass consciousness shit. That shit is trash sauce in all actuality. And this shit ain't got no, huh? Fuck is that? Motherfuckers is teaching me about the past, right? But never take it nowhere else. Huh? What? In the in the 80s, 70s, in the 90s, at least you had someone like Dr. York. He took that thing elsewhere. These motherfuckers is now getting elsewhere. These motherfuckers is now talking elsewhere. They wasn't on that shit when, I mean, they wasn't on that, huh? Now they talking elsewhere. Now they're starting to see the light. Get the fuck out of here. When this availability was available back then, oh, oh the mother, oh the mother, shh, what? What? It's getting ready to get very eventful. 2022 is just not numbers, dates, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 2022 is something. A motherfucker gotta understand 2022. A motherfucker gotta understand that with inside themselves. Period. You know. This is just for those that catch on to what I'm saying. You know, it's not for everybody. I understand that everybody's not gonna catch what I'm saying. And I'm fine with that. I'm copaesthetics, straight and down. You know what I mean? However, just saying though, expression has to be expressed. Hold up. Expression has to be expressed. Oh, there's pressure on the waters. There's pressure on the waters. That's something that has to be stressed. Oh, motherfuckers conscious. How they conscious? They conscious because they up. That's it. They ain't got no knowledge for real, for real, for real. Huh? How you gonna get me poor dead man situations going on? That's fine. However, What's taking place is taking place right now. Period. Is it not? Is it not? Everything is happening right now. Everything taking place right now. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it. There's no if, and, or, buts available. What's happening is happening. It's occurring. You know, motherfuckers say, oh, that's an illusion. Okay, that's an illusion. I got you. However, shit, illusion. Can't be illusional before being delusional, because if you remove D from delusional, you get illusional. So motherfucker can't become delusional because motherfuckers are becoming delusional. Motherfuckers is delusional than a motherfucker right now. You got motherfuckers that are real saying shit ain't real when it's real in the field. It's real in the field. What? The more one, so to speak, elevates, the more one becomes physical. How is that? Because the more you're mental, the more you're physical. Because weren't already all the way physical. There's discrepancies when it comes to the physical. Motherfuckers come into the physical being, the physical body, the physical shell, the physical vehicle. Motherfucker come into that there, you know, motherfucking, I'm just living an illusion. Meanwhile, you're delusional, thinking you're living in an illusion, because there's things that actually do affect you physically. How the fuck are you living an illusion when you're affected by it? If you weren't involved with illusions, then there would be no effect. Effect and or effect. Huh? The illusion is the illusion within itself. To have a motherfucker think they're not experiencing it, it's an illusion. What? Meanwhile, you're being affected by it. How aren't you if you are? Look at this. What's that? That's the moon? That's the moon ski? That's the moon? The weather done flip bonkers. What? Look at that. What's that? Conscious community. That shit is trash. That shit is dumpster. That shit is dumpster juice. That shit ain't about nothing. That shit is trash sauce. Them motherfuckers ain't talking about nothing. How you gonna keep a motherfucker grounded in order to avoid how to fly? They'll be on some they'll shun the ET shit, extraterrestrial shit. You know what I'm saying? The galactic, well, I ain't gonna say galactic because they doing funny shit with that word, galactic now. However, they'll shun the ET shit, right, for groundwork, ground situations. They want to constantly take you back in the past and how things were going, how things were established, how things were associated, how things were articulated, how the fuck you know how things were articulated back then, and you don't even barely know how the Hispanics or Latinos or Latinas, how they, or not just them, like just period, whoever it may be. It be Scandinavians, it be fucking Koreans, it could be motherfuckers don't know their language or their dialect rather. You know what I'm saying? But these motherfuckers is conscious. Conscious of what? Ancestors. Motherfuckers told you the ancestors, and they can't speak how the ancestors spoke. How the fuck you connected to the ancestors and you can't even speak how the ancestors spoke? How that work out? Just asking. How that work out? How you don't even speak how the ancestors spoke? At least let me hear from the ancestors. Motherfucker wants you to understand some principles and what this meant and what this didn't mean and how this is and why that wasn't, so on and so forth, etc., etc. Fuck out of here with that shit. That shit is, and now it's happening right now. What? When now it's happening, oh, the mother. Oh. They ain't speaking about nothing. They not putting their people on to what the fuck is going on. Ain't there none of these motherfuckers up there in the conscious situation at all elaborating on what's actually going on. They're not. They're talking about past tense shit they wasn't there for. Fuck you gonna talk to me about some motherfucking buildings that existed all them thousands of years ago, past 10,000 years ago. You know, the average of them, say, well, 10,500 years ago. So you'll have them motherfuckers, speaking about some shit that took place 10,500 years ago. None of them niggas was around, and they don't claim to be around. Now, if they claim to be around, that'll make a different discussion. You know what I'm saying? If they said it was there, well, but nigga, if you was there, then what the fuck was going on? Because if you were there, then you would have to speak what they spoke, the way they spoke, because they don't speak the way we speak now. So you would have to at least give a motherfucking example, right? Shit, it'll be some shit we ain't hear before, Not these motherfuckers that's on YouTube talking about this. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. The meta. What are you talking about? The meta? Meta what? What's the meta? Is the meta obviously is interpreted or is not? Can they speak it or they can't? And the motherfuckers that claim that is been interpreted, they can't even speak it. So what sense does that make? Make that shit make sense, if anything. Huh? Fuck these ones, yeah. Yeah, well, the motherfucker has been interpreted, but they can't speak it. What the fuck? So if you can't speak it, how the fuck you know it's been interpreted? If you can't speak it. Shit. That ain't no different if I go from one area to the next. I mean, I'm born raised in New York. So even in New York, you still have to go through to different areas within the town, within New York. Every borough don't speak the same way. So you have to know and learn and understand the speech of others tribally, in a sense. I'm saying, wherever you go, these motherfuckers tell you that well, the language from all that time ago is interpreted right now, but they can't even speak it. How the fuck that work out? I know if I go up the block around the corner, you know, not hang out with them over there sometime, I'm gonna have to understand their lingo. And I can explain that lingo to others. You know what I'm saying? But they can't explain that shit. Conscious motherfuckers is a distraction. Because conscience is just oxygen to the brain. Sick. Got nothing to do with knowledge. You know what I mean? Because these motherfuckers know no ledge. Word up. They know no ledge. That shit is sauce suey. Sewer sauce. Oh. Go into the conscious community and ask them what's up with December. Ask them about the month of December going into January 2021 going into 2022. Go into the conscious community, ask them motherfuckers about that shit there. I'm about to get up for this. But one last thing. Look, motherfuckers is doing what they doing. How they doing it. Fine dandy. However, the ships that they're speaking about, whether it be on whatever social media sites, the descriptions, the accolades, the primary, all that was shared over 30 years ago. And 30 years later, the motherfuckers that's speaking about the ships and the accolades and they're still not even touching on what it really is. Just had to say that because they really not. They got this shit all over the fucking place. They talking about the galactics and all this shit and federations and family. And you don't even know what the fuck coming in. What's coming in? What's coming in? They'll tell you about these crabs coming in. They'll tell you about these ships coming in and all that shit. Know what I'm saying? Who's coming in? Name them. Which aunt is it? Which uncle? Is grandma on the ship? Great grandma? Is who's on the ship? The ships that's coming in. They talking our people. Who the fuck are they? Do you know them? Who the fuck is coming in? Shh. Who's coming in? Yeah, I'm off of this right here. Watch the weather. Weather gonna get fucking bonkers. Weather gonna. Oh, that volcano thing. Yeah, situation. But it's the ones that's erupting under the water. It's the ones that's erupting under the water. Word. Water planet, right?